My generation was set up for failure, let's be honest. It really was. But why? Why is my generation so lost? Why are we always in the headlines? Why is addiction, depression, anxiety, isolation, mental health crises, why are they through the roof right now? It's like we're stuck in a cycle of self-destruction, and older generations are judging us for it and wondering why, acting like we weren't their guinea pigs for technology. I got my first iPhone in 5th grade, just think about that. And before that, I had an iPod Touch that I got in like 3rd grade. The smartphone single-handedly killed creativity, discipline, and original thought. We are constantly distracted now. We're not creating anymore. We're consuming. It has never been easier to peek into someone's life to judge, criticize, envy, or praise. Technology is a gift. Don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful thing, but it is also a curse because we don't know how to use it yet. It is way too powerful. It literally gives us access to infinite information, but it also made us a slave to distraction, endless scrolling, and constant dopamine hits. Before, people lived in the moment. Now, we just live through our screens. Think about it. Now, parents literally give their children iPads. iPads to toddlers, just to feed their brain constant stimulation. And it's not just the endless scrolling, it's what we actually see when we scroll. Perfect bodies, fake riches, people getting hurt, cheated on, and even killed. We see this every single day. Literally anything you could possibly imagine is on the internet. Our minds are completely desensitized to stuff that should normally scar us. That is not normal, but that's our normal. That's all we know. We don't think for ourselves anymore. Algorithms decide what we see, what we think, and who we should be. It's all group think nowadays. There's no solo thought. And worst of all, we love it. We're addicted to it. We can't get enough of it. Nothing is private anymore. Everything is online. Think about it. We don't build relationships anymore. We swipe left and right on dating apps. Sex is no longer intimate. It's streamed online. Discipline isn't valued anymore. Dopamine is. It is harder than ever to show restraint with everything just one tap away. Look, some people have this mindset. Why would you go out and meet people when you can just swipe left or right from your couch? You have everything from your phone. Why would you go out and work for something when you can just have it instantly and so easily? Men don't talk to women anymore because social media and porn satisfy their needs, so they don't feel the need to go out and create real relationships. Social skills are dying. I know you see it. Older generations talk about this all the time, how younger generations have no social skills. We don't know how to have deep conversations. We don't know how to build real, meaningful relationships. We feel more alone than ever in a world that has never been so connected. How does that work? Now let's talk about drugs. It has never been easier to get drugs, and you can get literally any drug you could ever imagine, just one message away on your phone. And we have a lot more drugs now than they did back then. Not to mention, nowadays, the internet glorifies self-destruction and addiction. Social media influencers and celebrities always partying and using drugs. We idolize influencers who pop pills and drink lean. We think it's a joke. We think it's cool, but it's not. Drugs. This was my life trajectory when I was on drugs. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I used to abuse drugs all the time, and it was literally the lowest point in my life, and I don't ever plan on going back. But I know a lot of people from my generation really struggle with this. They see people they idolize, and they see it every day on social media, and they think it's cool, or they think it's a joke, or they think it's not serious. It has never been easier to fall into that trap, okay? We see it all over the place. Don't fall into it. It is not worth it. One of my favorite quotes from the rapper Juice WRLD is, "I gotta admit myself, I'm on these drugs. I wanna take myself and break myself so I can reshape myself." That line hits really, really deep for me because it is so true. It just gets to a point where you aren't taking drugs anymore. The drugs are taking you. You're not writing your narrative. You are not the author to your story. The drugs are. That's how addiction works. At first, it's your choice. You think it's fun, you think it's cool, you feel good, and then you lose all control. I wanted to break myself down and completely restart, reshape myself, and build myself from the ground up. And it's not just drugs, it's addiction to validation, addiction to attention, addiction to likes. It was just an endless cycle of drugs, fast food, porn, scrolling, video games. It was just a vicious cycle that never stopped, and I was stuck in it for many, many years. Look, we weren't born broken. We were raised in a broken system. Mental health issues aren't rare anymore. They're completely normal, and why wouldn't they be? When you spend your whole life comparing your life to others, seeing people's fake riches and highlight reels and their quote-unquote perfect lives, you start to hate your own. We're raised in a world that tells us we're not attractive enough, not rich enough, not famous enough, not successful enough, and the result of that is a generation that feels completely hopeless. I was trapped in a vicious cycle. I mean, it was drugs, porn, unhealthy food, video games, just literally anything I could do to escape my pain. It was just an endless cycle, just doing the same thing over and over again. And I lost all ambition, I lost all creativity, and I just wasn't happy. I was severely depressed and I became super anxious. But I got out. I escaped it, and here's exactly how I did it. I stopped scrolling. I stopped watching other people's lives, and I started to actually live my own. I quit watching porn. I started to value and build real relationships and feel real intimacy. I got sober. I quit numbing my problems with drugs and alcohol, and I started to face my problems head on. I started running and lifting. I built discipline and I built confidence, and that all started in the gym. I read books. I fed my mind with real knowledge and not garbage that I found online. I created goals and started to work towards a purpose. A man with no goals and no purpose is a very, very dangerous man. He will destroy himself and the ones around him. Having goals and working towards a purpose gives you less time for self-sabotage. Look, if you're stuck, and I know a lot of people are, and I still struggle with it, here's exactly what you can do right now. No bullshit, no courses, just simple steps you can take to improve your life. Cut ties with digital addiction, set screen times, delete apps, stop scrolling. Look, technology has its use. Use it to make you better, not as a distraction. Build discipline and purpose. Do hard things. I go to the gym because it's hard. I run because it's hard. I take ice baths and eat healthy because it's hard. Do hard things every single day. Prioritize real, genuine relationships. Cut out porn. Delete the dating app, quit hitting girls up on social media, actually go out in the world and create real, meaningful, genuine relationships. Get uncomfortable. Growth only happens when you push outside of your comfort zone. If you're comfortable, then you're probably not growing. But if you're uncomfortable, then you're probably growing. Make sure you're uncomfortable, because that means you're probably in the right spot. Be a creator. Don't just consume. Stop watching people live their best lives and start to build your own. You can build your own empire. Be in the present moment. There's a good book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Read it. It is a fantastic book. Basically, it just teaches you how to be in the present moment. And if you don't know, here's a little secret. The present moment is the whole point of life. That is literally the whole point. So don't overthink it. Read that book. Be patient. Meaningful things take serious time to build. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen in 6 months. It is going to take years and years of hard work and discipline. Be patient. In a world where no one is patient, it is an unfair advantage. Be patient. Look, we're set up for failure, but that doesn't mean we have to fail. It is you versus you. It's up to you if you want to break free or not. The system wants you weak, the system wants you depressed, anxious, addicted, but you have a choice. So what's it gonna be? The Daily Ascent. This is why I created this channel, to get better every single day. You can turn yourself into someone that you're proud of. I think a lot of people from my generation lack direction and they lack discipline. And that is completely okay. Look, I get it. I was there. But if you want to be ahead of most people, join the Ascent. Level up every single day. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And maybe share it with somebody that you know. And maybe somebody that this video could help out. I just want to make sure people have a good understanding of why my generation struggles so much. And don't judge us. Help us out. But that's all I have for you guys in this one. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.